Hello, everyone. Welcome to Visual Learning Center. Today, we will learn the topic of general science, diversity of living things. So let's start.
From the tiniest insects you might see on your walk, all the way to the huge, mysterious ecosystems deep in the ocean, our planet is just absolutely packed with an incredible variety of life. So today, we're going to explore what that variety, what we call biodiversity, really is and why it's so important. Okay, let's jump right in.
So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the basics. What even is biodiversity? Then we'll get into why it matters so much. After that, we'll break down the 3 different types, see how they pop up around the world, and wrap it all up with the big one. What can we actually do to protect it? Sound good? Let's go.
All right, first things first. Let's tackle that big question. What exactly is biodiversity? At its heart, it's really that simple. Biodiversity is the sum total of all the different living things on the planet. I mean, everything. From your own backyard to the entire globe, it's the full catalog of life itself. And the scale of this variety is just mind-blowing. It covers the giants, like elephants, all the way down to the tiny, invisible world of bacteria. It's the whole entire spectrum of what it means to be alive. And you know what? It's everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Life has figured out a way to thrive in the deepest parts of the ocean, on the highest mountains, and even in the air we're breathing right now. It is all around us. Okay, so we get what it is, but the real question is, why should we care? Why is having all this variety so critical? This is way more than just having a long list of cool animals to look at. It's fundamental to how our planet actually works. And what's really cool is how all these points are connected. See, a rich variety of life helps create balance. That balance is what supports complex food chains, and those food chains are what keep entire ecosystems healthy and strong. And guess what? Those healthy ecosystems are what give us, well, everything. Our food, our water, even life-saving medicines. So here's the bottom line. Think of it like a giant, intricate puzzle. When you start taking pieces away, the whole picture gets shaky. It gets weak. Every single species, no matter how small you think it is, has a role to play. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Biodiversity isn't just one big single thing. To really get it, we need to look at it on 3 totally different levels. And these are the big 3: species, genetic, and ecosystem diversity. A good way to think about it is like zooming in and out. We start with different types of animals, then we zoom into the variety within those animals, and then we zoom all the way out to the variety of entire environments. Let's break them down. First up, species diversity. This is the one we usually think of. When you imagine a forest, you don't just picture trees, right? You see the deer, you hear the birds, you know there are tons of insects buzzing around. That whole mix of different species sharing a space, that's species diversity. Okay, next we zoom in a little for genetic diversity. Now, this isn't about different species anymore. This is all about the variety within one single species. And this is so important because it's what gives a species the tools it needs to adapt when things change, like a new disease or a different climate. And you see examples of this all the time. I mean, just look at people. We have different eye colors, hair colors, you name it. Or think about dogs. A tiny Chihuahua and a giant Great Dane are the same species, but they have incredible genetic variety. It's the same for our food too, like all the different kinds of mangoes you can find. And finally, let's zoom all the way out to ecosystem diversity. This is the big picture, the variety of different habitats all across the globe. Our planet isn't just one big green and blue ball. It's this amazing patchwork of dense forests, dry deserts, deep oceans, and so much more. Each one is its own unique world. All right, so we've got our 3 types of diversity down. But where can we actually go to see all this stuff playing out in the real world? Let's take a quick little tour around the planet and see how life has adapted in some pretty spectacular ways in all these different places. This is such a great snapshot, isn't it? Every one of these environments has its own unique set of rules, and life has evolved to play the game. In the oceans, you've got everything from tiny coral to massive whales. In forests, it's a bustling city of monkeys, birds, and insects. Deserts demand specialists, like camels. And even in the freezing cold polar regions, life finds a way with animals like polar bears that are perfectly built for the ice. And this brings us to what's probably the most important part of our whole discussion today. This incredible variety we've been talking about, well, it's under threat.
So let's look at the challenges. But more importantly, let's look at the solutions.
The threats are really serious, and let's be honest, they're mostly driven by us. Things like deforestation and destroying habitats, well, that literally wipes out the homes of countless species. Pollution poisons their world. Climate change rewrites the rules for their survival. And overhunting can push them right to the edge.
But, and this is a really important but, it's not hopeless. We know what to do. We can bring back habitats by planting trees. We can reduce pollution. We can protect wildlife by creating national parks. Every single one of these actions helps push back against a threat and helps bring things back into balance.
So, let's bring it all home. If there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. Biodiversity, this amazing variety of life, it's not just a nice thing to have. It's absolutely essential for a healthy, functioning planet.
This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? This whole complex web of life, in all its wonderful variety, is what makes everything work. It's what allows nature to bounce back and to support all of us. Without it, the whole system starts to crumble.
And that really just leaves us with one final thought. From the local park to the vast oceans, every little bit matters. So the question isn't really if we should protect this diversity, it's about where each of us decides to start. Thanks for listening.